Welcome to the Genekeys study group. Yay, yay, yay.
Yay!
Kamaya will not be joining us, so no Qigong today. I'm really disappointed because I enjoyed it. Look at them arms. Okay.
Oh, oh,
Those look, you're good.
oh.
Oh, look at there. Do you
And
work
it's
out?
no, I'm
Oh,
just I'm working all this stuff out.
yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like and the weight fell off and there were muscles underneath and I went to a one in Wichita. I went to a one of these red light cryotherapy places, and it was like, what are you doing? You're like in the platinum group. We've only had like 5 folks. I'm like, hey, I'm doing the work on the inside. So
That's what's up. That's what's
uh,
up. I'm proud of you.
uh, thank you.
Okay, so
Mhm,
tonight will likely be a shorter night. Um, and so tonight I wanted to go over the pathways. Okay. The pathways in the activation and the Venus sequences, and give you all a choice about the next pathway to talk about based upon where, each of us is and, what our goals are for the future. If we want to do a retrospective of our past to see where we're going in the future. These pathways will explore many of the challenges, many of the breakthroughs that we have in life. And we're just going to go and talk about each of them. And then at the end, give the people that are here an opportunity to, okay, let's talk about the next pathway we're going to talk about. And then we'll
mhm,
do a deep dive into each one of those like we did with the pathway of challenge. And I've got to tell you, that pathway of challenge for me, it was worth its weight in gold.
mhm, mhm,
Really understanding that when I go into unease or agitation,
mhm,
you know, that was what my addictions were made of.
mhm,
And so
mhm,
now, and I had this real profound experience at Yin Yoga last Friday, just being able to talk to myself without going into addiction mode. In my
mhm,
case,
mhm,
cookies and candy. I was
mhm,
really able to comfort myself, provide my own comfort to myself so I didn't have to go and get it externally met
mhm,
through food.
mhm,
So, the first pathway we're going to talk about is the pathway of breakthrough, and that
mhm,
is from the radiance to the purpose spheres. And so this is part of the activation sequence. And the theme is where vitality meets grounding. Now, this pathway teaches us how your life force energy stabilizes, it grounds us, how to feel safe in our body, how our health and intuition really deepen our purpose, and how grounding your energy activates your radiance. I'm going to share my screen so it'll be easier to follow along with. Uh, Hold on. I'm getting started so I can. Okay. So the pathway of breakthrough again, it teaches us a lot of things. How do you see my screen? Okay. And so it's about how embodying presence creates resilience, and it reveals your physical vitality, your inner foundation, your alignment with nature, and your energetic stability. And so this is a very embodied somatic pathway. It's all about the body. It's amazing for breath work or grounding practices. So that's pathway number one. Pathway number two is the path of Dharma. And so that involves the purpose and the attraction sphere. So this is a part of the Venus sequence. Why are you here? Who are you here for? We talked we actually did a deep dive, not along the pathway, but we did a deep dive of the purpose and the attraction sphere several weeks ago. Now, this pathway is about the deeper purpose behind your incarnation, why we are here. It is about the people your soul calls in, who we
Mhm.
attract. It's about relational karma, the attraction field, lifelong partnerships, and important soul encounters. This pathway teaches you how to attract people who help unlock your purpose. Your purpose grows through relationships, and every attraction is karmic, necessary, and intentional. So, this is a real profound pathway for relationship healing and self worth work. Say that 3 times fast. Self worth. Self worth work. Self worth work. The third pathway is the path of intelligence. So, this too is a part of the Venus sequence, and this focuses on the attraction and the IQ sphere. So, this pathway, or the theme of this pathway, is the patterns of relationship and the patterns of the mind. So, this pathway shows how your childhood shaped your thinking, how mental defenses
Mm,
formed, how attraction triggers reveal beliefs, and how intellect can become compassion. It reveals your cognitive style, the way you defend yourself mentally, your relationship to conflict, judgment, and communication.
mm.
And so it's great for deeper introspection, inner child work, or repatterning our behaviors. I'm interested in that.
Yep.
Me. Yes.
Me, you and me both.
Yes. And then the fourth is the path of love. So this is the IQ sphere along with the EQ sphere. And the theme is the mind and the heart together. And it teaches us how emotion and intellect collide, how emotional wounds replay in adult relationships, ooh, how to soften reactive patterns.
How many will we be able to cover in this session?
Well, I'm thinking what we're going to do today is we're just going to go through all the pathways between the Venus and the activation and pick the next ones to cover. And so each one is going to take a session to cover.
Oh, we can't do like 3 and 4 today.
No,
I
no,
really,
because
oh.
I didn't know which one we're going to pick.
Okay.
So I didn't prepare. But the
Okay.
next time we'll focus on
Mm.
the ones that we want to go down the list for.
Okay. I want to do all of them, but like 3 is like I need that right now, and 4 is like I
Yeah,
want that right now.
well, I was just gonna go and do one, but then I thought, I think it might be best that we all just pick.
Mhm,
Whoever's here, whoever's present
mhm,
will
mhm.
be able to dictate what we talk about first. I vote
Okay.
3 or 4. Um,
And if we have time for 3 and 4, but if we can only do one, 3 is like really, yeah, I feel like 3 would be. And 5 might be the one we really need, but 3 really spoke to me too.
Okay, well let's continue to talk about all of them,
Okay.
and then we can pick.
Okay.
So for how to let love in, and it's perfect for emotional release, forgiveness, heart coherence, inner child healing, and somatic exercises. 5 is the path of realization. It involves the EQ and the SQ sphere. And this path is about returning to your original innocence, healing childhood wounds, opening your spiritual heart, and reconnecting to play, wonder, trust, and purity. Mm-hmm. It brings us the deepest compassion and the deepest freedom. This is considered to be one of the most sacred pathways. 6, the path of transcendence. It involves the SQ and the core wound sphere. It reveals our deepest wounding, your incarnation lesson,
Mm.
the sacred wound you carry for humanity, and the place where your pain becomes your service.
Can't we just do a marathon and like that's like not that I need three right now. I want three, four right now, and six and seven. And how can you skip five? It's like whoa, I am so intrigued. It's like can we?
Well, we could do it. We you look, we could have it our way. We're queens, not burger queens, but we're queens. We can have it our way. We can
I'm
choose.
just saying, I don't know how Lauren feels about all that, but I'm just like, wow, like I like it's like, whoa, the deepest wounding. I am so in need of that right now. Like,
I
what
know
is driving?
they're all
What
juicy.
is
That's
drive? What is
Yes.
driving my situation right now? And I feel it's the deepest wound, And I want
yeah.
to put the incarnation lessons, like what the beep is going on. What is this all about? And
What the fuck?
yeah, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
need all the help I can get. And then seven, how your shadow becomes your contribution. That's like bring it on. Because like I've been listening to these AI generated YouTube videos,
Uh-huh.
Carl Jung and the whole shadow
Yeah,
integration.
those are, I'm glad you're sending them to me. Thank you.
Yeah. And I continue to listen to them, and it's like, okay, bring it on.
Yeah.
Shadow, bring let's go there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's powerful. And so the path of realization, it's how your shadow becomes your contribution, how
Mm,
suffering transforms into service, why your vocation is encoded in your pain, and how your wounding creates empathy and purpose.
mm-hmm.
So this is considered one of the most liberating teachings. And then eight, the path to prosperity. So this involves the
Mm-hmm.
vocation and culture
Mm.
sphere.
I could use that right
This
now. Mm-hmm.
reveals your place in the larger tribe, how your gifts fit into collective prosperity, and how to generate wealth through service and
Wow.
resonance.
Mm.
Powerful for business leadership and collaboration. And then
Yes.
finally, the ninth is the path of synarchy.
Mm.
Hey.
Yes.
Thinaki,
And
thinaki.
so this involves the culture and the pearl sphere, and it shows us how
Mm-hmm.
your personal abundance becomes shared abundance, and how the collective field of prosperity grows, and how your contribution impacts the whole. And so this theme is how your prosperity becomes collective upliftment. So, there's nine here, which means there could be up to 9 weeks of sessions that we have. Um, Another thing I'm going to do is only for those people that show up live will I be providing in-depth, deep dives in, because then we can really talk about them in real time.
Mhm.
And so, what's your pleasure? Which one should we talk about first?
Can we jump to three?
We can have it our way.
Yeah. Lauren, you still feel three?
Yes,
Even though you've
ma'am.
heard something. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with three.
And what's going to be second?
It's like, listen, all of them after three
These
sounded good, but
have these like three
Three, four,
through nine.
five.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. I think we could dive in on those for a while.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And see where we are. Yeah, I'm with
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So 3, 4, 5 will take us through the end of, well, we could have even more through the end of the year. But so then the next session we will talk about the path of intelligence. It's the patterns of our relationships, the patterns
Mm,
of our mind. We're going to
mhm,
deep dive into how our childhood
mm,
shaped our thinking,
mhm,
how mental defenses are formed, how attraction triggers, how these attraction triggers reveal our beliefs, all very potent, and how
Mhm.
intellect can become compassionate. So it's going to reveal our cognitive style, the way we defend ourselves mentally, our relationships to conflict, judgment, and communication. I think it's going to be very juicy, very potent. And so I've got most of everybody's profiles. So whoever shows up, and I think moving forward, I'm just going to ask for, for people to let me know who's going to be there, and I'll be preparing, deep dives, into those people that are going to be here. Um, I'll email them to you, and then we'll talk about them over the session. And I'll share the link to everybody, and everybody can
Okay.
watch. But I think for those that show up live, you're going to be able to dive deep within your
Sweet.
personal profile,
Sweet.
talk about them, you know, um, really, really embrace them, ingest them, look at them different ways, and I think it'll be fun.
Oh, let's demonstrate. I'm ready. Yeah, three. How do we get started? Who wants to go first?
Yes. Well, we'll start with three next Monday.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
sorry.
can't, we can't, we can't, we can't do. We can't even like look and see what the names are today, even if
Say
we don't do
that
a deep
again.
dive. Can we if I look at my overall chart, are these
Yeah,
paths
what's your
there?
attraction? Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So even if we don't do a deep dive,
Okay.
So that all we need
look
are
look at look
okay.
at my look at my little screensaver. Isn't it the cutest?
Oh, little Princey Pooh. Look at that face.
A little bit. That was his picture. When I took him to the vet in San Diego, that was his little. I said he's so cute. Even his medical record picture is just. It's just. I just look at it and think,
He's
oh,
so
he's
He
so
is
sweet.
cute.
He's
He's,
so
he's,
sweet. He's
he's
right there.
Lillian's dog for real. For real, for
we
real.
have
But
our dogs in here too. They're both laid out.
Yeah, Willow and Madeline are right here.
Yeah.
oh, and Madeline is your baby.
Yeah, Madeline's my baby. She's asleep right now. But
Oh,
she's she's
got
here.
all the got all the
Willow's
little sweet.
behind.
Our little fur
Okay.
babies, right? Yeah, right inside car. Yeah.
Okay, so the path of intelligence, it involves the attraction sphere and the IQ sphere. So for you, Lillian, the attraction sphere is 37.5. The shadow is weakness, the gift is equality, and the city is tenderness.
Mm,
Your
mm,
IQ is 27.3. Your shadow is selfishness.
mm,
Your gift is altruism. And the city is selflessness.
mm.
Isn't that interesting?
But it's paradoxical because that's part of what I'm having to figure out how to overcome because the shadow expression of it is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like overgiving, codependency. Like it's like what is true selflessness? So I can't wait to go like deeper into that. Like what is that? Because it feels like the lessons of the moment are like you got to focus on yourself, you got to do self-care. So I'll be very interested in the path when we do a deep dive.
Yeah, yeah. Now, for Lauren, your attraction is 3.2. That's interesting. And your IQ is 4.2. And I can't
Here.
see anymore.
Wait, why does it look like? Okay. So pathways. What do I look for? Lines, city label?
No, just this document, the grid.
Okay. And I'm looking at attraction to IQ.
Uh-huh.
It's
Three point.
3.2 to 4.2.
Right. And so, do you have the one that lists your shadow, gift, and city?
That's what I was trying to. Yeah, here it is. So my gift is forgiveness. Understanding and tolerance, the brilliant mind.
Mm.
For IQ. And for attraction, it's innocence, innovation, chaos, lust, and passion.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got line two for both of them, and your line your the numbers after the dot are different from yours. So we'll deep dive into yours, and then mine is, well, where's mine? Huh. Well, oh well, well, oh well. Hmm, really can't see that.
Lillian, this is my baby.
Wait, look, come back. Oh, and on that purple couch, looking so fat. Oh, is Madeline part Bichon?
Yeah, she's a Lhasa Apso and Shih Tzu.
Oh, what a beautiful combination. She's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, my baby's pretty.
She's
So
very.
my attraction sphere is a 46.3.
Ecstasy.
Yes, so
Oh,
this is my shadow.
that's your
Delight.
that's your shadow?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Delight is my gift, and ecstasy is my city. And my
Oh,
IQ is 40.4. Exhaustion is my shadow. Resolve is my gift. And divine will is my city.
y'all got some juicy.
I know they're gonna be really cool.
Line for the influential mind, inflexible. How is it for?
Oh yeah, I think it speaks to the fact that when I get into a rigid place,
Uh-huh.
like rigid thinking,
Yeah.
like it's got like I don't like white men. I don't date
Oh
white men.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be a block.
What are your thoughts on white men, Lillian?
Well, I'm gonna tell. Well, right now, it's like on men in general.
Oh, you're just
I'm
like,
not in a good place, and then when with black men and a lot of the issues, that they're manifesting inside of this culture, it's you know, I'm theoretically um, of a thought that again, that any human being that's raised, in ideal circumstances, and has healthy, healthy circumstances in their first years, has a better stance of being a healthy adult, a healthy human being. And so I don't think it's a nature thing, but I'm just at a point where I feel like black folks in general, we've been so fucked, and that there are some white people and other cultures that have not been as brutalized by, inside of this culture, that that they have healthy, loving parents, that are, like if I think of like an ideal kind of Montessori, like
mhm.
Waldorf, type of situation, that they're good folks, and I believe that there are, just so many things that have happened to us, you know, and that there may be proportionally a few more white folks that maybe haven't had the worst things happen to them like we have, and hopefully they haven't been raised inside of a racist, you know, um, patriarchal paradigm, and so. So obviously, that's none of that is very romantic. All of it is pretty fucked up. And so right now, I'm really not in a good space.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just feel like I know so many women who are doing the damn inner work or trying, and that for, how many men are doing it, like really doing it, not just saying they're doing it. It's like, and not just doing it when it's convenient. Like Gigi can testify, like in the case with Will, he did some things, but he not with commitment. But I know so many women who are just called and committed to, to deep inner integrity. And even if they're flawed in the moment, they're humble, and they're I don't want to say striving, but they're aspiring to whatever, alignment with their highest, spiritual source. And I know so many women who who are doing it either intentionally or unintentionally. They're just doing it. They're just doing the damn thing. And I just know so few men that are doing it. They're out there, I'm sure, but I'm just really jaded right now. What about you?
Saying what you said, and then I thought about it. I went to happy hour with two of my coworkers, and they're both lesbians, and they're like, "We're gonna make you an honorary lesbian." And I laughed about that. And they're like, when are you going to come out? And I was like, if I was going to be a lesbian, I'd be one by now and I'd probably be a damn good one. And that's really where I was at in my journey. So they said they were going to mark me as bisexual until I decided to come out. Um, and I was talking to Gigi about it, and I was like, it's interesting because on a like when it comes down to attraction and sexuality, I'm very much like, wanting the company of a man and the
Yeah.
interaction and engagement of a man. But I'm also in a place now where I feel like I'm so emotionally intelligent and
Yeah.
self-aware
Yeah.
that it's hard for me to imagine finding someone that gets me and accepts me, and
Mhm.
also vice versa. But
Mhm.
I just haven't met someone that makes me feel completely comfortable to be myself. Like
Mhm.
I always feel this need to perform, to keep the
Mhm.
peace,
Mhm.
or to progress in connection, I
Yep.
guess you should
Yep.
say.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
And then there comes a point where it's just like I get tired of pretending or performing, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I don't know, like I've gotten close to marriage in a sense because I was on this bandwagon of performance, but then I just kind of hit a point where it was like, and I'm done. But I want to remain open. I want to remain open,
Mhm.
and I want the universe to surprise me,
Yeah, good tip.
and all the ways that feel safe and feel good and are safe and good. I don't want it to just appear that way. I want it to be that way.
I wish I wish I had. Well, it is on recording, so we can transcribe it. Yeah, no, ideally, again, everything you said, it's just, especially with my current most recent experience, I just feel like there's a point where, that performance, like again, I was performing, and for good reason. And as soon as my performance faltered a little bit, it was a trap, boom, or whatever, a jettison. And I know in the long run I'll be like wonderful that it dissolved when it did. I feel there are a lot of things that are yet to be revealed, and that it wasn't only as it appeared, but the fact that we got as far as we did, it utterly relied on everything you just said, that you put under performance, and um, and and my performance did not buy me, 50 cents worth of consideration. Whatever whatever caused the trap to close. And so to me, like you had said earlier when we were speaking about like your
You
nervous
know what? I'm going to
system.
stop the recording right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You know that that like your